One.
Yes, my book is called The Death of Elvis and the Last of the Anglo-Indians. Now you might be thinking, why the death of Elvis? It's because I'm profoundly deaf, ladies and gentlemen, and without these hearing aids, which are bone-anchored hearing aids, I'm lost, man. I just don't hear a word. And well, I thank God for what I can achieve, even though I'm deaf. I manage to sing well, and I thank Him. My faith in Him has improved so much, and I think everything I own, I owe it to God, to Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. And I hope you folks also, anything that you want, just ask for Him and you shall receive. And I'm so happy to have received what I've got from God. And God bless your soul, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
One.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is me. I'm Trevor Taylor, and I'm going to sing you a little song of my favorite singer, Elvis. It's called Love Me Tender, Love Me Sweet, Never Let Me Go. You have made my life a wreck. And I love you so. Well, that's me singing Love Me Tender. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm an Anglo-Indian, and I've always sung in the Elvis style. Well, I was raised and born in Bombay, and amongst all the dubious vices which were going around on the waterfront of the dockside of Bombay, you can imagine if it's really rotten. And I grew up amongst all the vices. I'm sadly to say my father was an alcoholic. But my mother, God bless her soul, she's passed away now. She, as a single parent, raised us 6 kids. And amongst all that, she managed to send me to boarding school to straighten out all my bad ways and vices of Bombay. But let me tell you, when I was a little boy, I was a choir boy, and that's where I got all my grounding of singing. And well, it was a tough way to make a living, boy, like Elvis used to say. But when I went to boarding school, I came back to Bombay, and I started off a rock and roll band. Rock and roll was really rife in the 1950s. Well, I was born in 1940, but in the 40s, there was no Elvis. There was nothing. There was Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Perry Como, all these boring singers. But Elvis came along and all hell broke loose, man. It was crazy in those days. 1950s, the Anglo-Indians, I'm an Anglo, those to all us. And everybody wanted to be Elvis. You know what I mean? But, including me. And because I formed a rock and roll band of Teenage Rockers, we were called. And later on, I moved on to Delhi and I became a professional singer. I sang with all these big bands and all that. And I had enough of all that. We all had our sights of immigrating to the UK. And this happened in the 1960s when there's a mass exodus of us Anglo-Indians. Oh, you buggers, you're like crazy, man. But we all came to England and tried to make a life of ourselves. It was in very difficult times in the 1960s. And I tried to make it as a singer as well. I had a lot of big breaks and, a lot of disappointments. You can read it all in my book. Well, coming back to my book, this is my book. And this is called The Death of Elvis and the Last of the Anglo-Indian. That's me when I was young. It's a portrait of myself. And look at that. You can't believe it was me, eh? But that's me now as I am. Well, an old guy, but I can still shake a leg, baby, you know what I mean? Yeah, and let me not tell you too much about my book, because my book That's me in the teenage rockers days, and all the performances that I did in India. But when I came to the UK, of course, I did a few gigs, and I supported Billy Fury. I missed out on a very big audition for the West End musical, and it's all there in my book, so I better not tell you too much. But apart from trying to be a full-time entertainer in the UK, it was very hard because in the 1960s, we had to put up with a lot of the kind of Windrush kind of generation stuff, you know what I mean? But in spite of it, I had to do a lot of very difficult jobs, and my jobs in the book explains a lot of funny, very funny stories, and there's lots of sad stories and happy stories, and I couldn't have done it without the support of my wonderful wife, who's been there. I call her my Wonder Woman. You'll read all about it in my book. And like Elvis used to say, it's a tough way to make a living, boy, but I did it Elvis's way. I didn't do it my way, I did it Elvis's way. Let me tell you also, last but not least, on Amazon, my book is advertised, where you can get copies worldwide. It's advertised, and we Anglo-Indians who are all over the world, in Canada, Australia, etc., I can also send you a signed copy if you get in touch with me through my email address, which is tt5@talktalk.net. Have you got that? And then, of course, I'll give you my website as well at the end. I can let you have the website as well. It's www.authortrevortaylor.com. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all the best with my book, and I'm going to love and leave you and say, until we meet again. Until we meet again. Aloha.